And then press enter on a bunch of places. Okay. That's going. Did I do all the places? I think so. Okay. Okay. Playing more Great Ace Attorney. But it's an art stream. This isn't an art stream. Oh, I forgot to change the game. Great Ace. The Great Ace Attorney. Oops. Let me go change that then. Oh no. No. There we go. Okay. Where's settings? Oh wait, that's that thing. I click that. There, Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. There you go. And then there we go. I have not unlocked any more of the things. I haven't been playing the game. I would have to be playing video games to actually do that. I mean, I guess there's lots of himbos. I have to admit that himbos don't really catch my attention that often, so I don't know. Over like right in the middle, or maybe towards the end of the first case. Is the volume okay? I mean, I didn't change the volume any since last time, so. Let me put this keyboard out of the way, so, because I don't need the keyboard for this. Okay. Yep. Here we go. 22nd of November, 11:38 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendants, Antechamber 5. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. That was superb. My heart was in my mouth the entire time. It was almost unbelievable. I mean, looking at you in there. You were drenched in sweat, your eyes popping, your knees knocking, and you were grinding your teeth. So is he like describing them having sex, or? It was a grim sight, but before I knew it, you'd started finding inconsistencies in the testimonies. I think you might have a natural talent for being a lawyer. Forget it! It's terrifying. If I get through this, I don't ever want to see the inside of a courtroom again. Anyway, it looks like we've exposed your phantom lady at last. Miss Jaizelle Brett, a student from Great Britain. Is she? Cats. That's what I was trying to tell everyone from the start. Dr. Wilson wasn't alone. There was a young woman with him, like I've been saying all along. Yes, you have, haven't you? I might not be overly confident in the court. Oh, wait, wrong voice again. I might not be overly confident in the courtroom, but my powers of observation are one thing I am sure of. Yes, I can see that. So, about this young gentlewoman. Thanks to our detective friend, she was hastily escorted away from the scene, it seems. Did you see what happened with that? No, I didn't see any of it. I was picking up this gun because, you know, that's a great thing to do right when a murder happens. I was just on my way out of the restaurant with myself. Then, on the floor next to Dr. Wilson's table, I noticed there was a gun lying on the floor. Just after I bent down and picked it up. Bang. I didn't have time to think about where the sound of the gunshot had come from. The waiter ran over to me, looking as white as a sheet. And he bundled me into some sort of small pantry next to the kitchen. Fast thinking by the detective. He apprehended his suspect without a moment's delay. Yes, and because I was shut in the pantry, I have no idea what happened outside in the dining area. There you are. Well done, both of you. I'm guessing it's the old man, right? Yep. Professor Mikotoba. Well, it seems I was right. The pair of you make an outstanding team. Yep, no, nothing happened. You fell asleep, and then now that you're back there at exactly the same point. These guys again. The pair of you make an outstanding team. You've exceeded my expectations, I have to say. Yes, it seems you planned this from the start. You arranged things so that I wouldn't be able to act as a lawyer in this trial. Our modern country is still in its infancy. Our justice system even more so. Which is why I firmly believe that we need to send our brightest young stars overseas to learn all they can. I wanted to avoid a situation that may have resulted in your study tour to Great Britain being cancelled. Well, it makes no difference. Lawyer or otherwise, if I'm the kind of man who can't help his best friend avert the worst crisis of his life. I shouldn't waste everyone's time by going to study overseas anyway. What? What are you saying, Kazuma? So that's your stance. I was afraid you'd feel that way. Kazuma! Well then, it looks like it all comes down to you, young man. To me? Yes, you need to prove your innocence and uncover what really took place in that restaurant. I must say, I very much want to know the truth. After all, I have a personal connection to this case. Come to think of it, he said the same thing earlier this morning, didn't he? If you don't mind me asking, Professor, did you know the victim? Yes, I did. As you're probably aware, Dr. John H. Wilson was a visiting professor at UMA. And it was I who invited him. I see. I didn't know that before. Anyway, you're about to go into battle. The victim was a university professor from Great Britain, and a well-known one at that. Naturally, our government is looking to identify and punish the culprit as quickly as possible. But let's not forget who we're going up against. The gentlewoman whose involvement our police bureau went to extraordinary lengths to hide. Yes, and I'm sure the prosecution will be using every tool at their disposal to quash your case. But I've no doubt that you pair will put up a good fight right to the last. Best of luck. Thank you. Now then, I need you to run an errand at the university at once. There's something I think we may need. Of course. Good luck, Kazuma-sama. Defendant Naruhodo! Court recess is over. Please make your way back inside the courtroom at once. It's time. Let's get back to it, partner. Let's go in there and deal a decisive blow before these old fossils know what's hit them. Kazuma. What? Thank you, really. What for? Well, if you hadn't said you believed me then. Oh really? I've never heard of that before. I'm fairly sure I'd already have been found guilty by now. Look, I have faith in you. Yeah. That's really interesting though. I never heard of that, but I guess the translation team says that Ace Attorney exists in a universe where World War II didn't happen? It's like, that's something I've never heard of before, but that's interesting. I mean, obviously, like, canonically, Ace Attorney actually just happens in Japan, but I guess since the translation sort of, like, makes it somewhere in, like nondescript Northwest US, I can see why they would, like, have to come up with some weird stuff going on. Look, I have faith in you. As a lawyer and as a friend. Coming from you, that means a lot. Ace Attorney takes place in Neo-Yokyo. If I'm found guilty in this trial, he's really going to give up on his dream of studying abroad. That's the kind of true friend he is. So this isn't just my battle anymore. Whoever we're up against, we absolutely cannot afford to lose. Alright then. I'll save the thank yous for after the trial. You can treat me to one of those sukiyaki meals I like from Yume Cafeteria on University Street. With an extra large portion, of course. (22nd November, 12:09 p.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Courtroom 2. Let's see if I can remember any of these people's voices. The court hereby resumes the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Prosecutor Auchi, have you managed to subpoena the witness? Yes, Your Excellency, against all odds. And thanks to a certain young stripling, the prosecution is now under rather painful scrutiny from the government. Sorry? Let the government scrutinize. That's their job. It's nothing to worry about. It's highly unlikely that the good relations we forged with Great Britain will emerge from this trial unscathed. Will you still think it's nothing to worry about when the new treaty breaks down and our nation founders? Again, terribly sorry. If the friendship between our nations is really so fragile, then the treaty isn't worth the paper it's written on. You really have nothing to worry about, Ryunosuke. What do you mean? A secret trial, anxiety over some foreign government's opinions, a bungled investigation, missing witnesses. Is this what our nation's justice system is? Is this the Supreme Court of Japan? Or of England?
Shut up, you jumped up rookie boy! You and your friend know nothing of the situation our nation finds itself in. By aligning ourselves with this great world power, we'll become strong. Diplomacy has never been more critical.
I mean, Von Karmas, like, her dad, Franziska's dad seems German. So it would only make sense that his daughter would also seem German. Huh, well, okay. I forgot what.
Steady political maneuvering is what will secure our futures.
That's okay. It's not your fault. I just get distracted, so that's all. I won't deny that I'm no expert. I'm just a student. And one who could arguably study harder too. I mean, that's what chat is here for, to talk. But standing here now in our Supreme Court, there's one thing that I feel very strongly. A country that fails to uphold the truth in its justice system is a country with no future at all. Well said, Ryunosuke. Despite the wide-eyed look of terror.
You little brats!
Thank you, Counsel. This court is the pinnacle of our nation's justice system and exists solely for the pursuance of truth. With that in mind, this trial will now resume with the next witness taking the stand. The visiting student from Great Britain, Miss Jaizelle Brett.
Yes. Your Excellency!
Just smack his head on the table. Swans?
Well, what a delight it is to welcome such a fine gentlewoman to Japan, and from such a distant land.
Tea! Someone bring English tea! In England, no discussions take place without tea. Is that true? Oh wait, is that true? No idea.
So, could we possibly trouble you to state your name and occupation for the court?
Of course. Oh, I forgot this. Of course. My name is Satoru Hosonaga. I've been working undercover as the head waiter at
Yes, we know all about you already.
Inspector Hosonaga, where are your manners? In England, it's always ladies first. Is that true? No idea. More importantly, a little earlier today you said something to me. You said your powers of observation are the one thing you're sure of. Oh, yes, I think I did, didn't I? Yet your description for this amazing sight was simply a woman. Wow. Ryunosuke is very gay. He's gay. Sorry, Ryunosuke, but powers of observation aside, your powers of description are sorely lacking. Guilty.
So, dear lady, once again, if we may trouble you for your name and occupation, please.
Can't see her eyes, huh? She really doesn't want us to see her eyes. Oh no! She doesn't speak Japanese. Mr. L. Mr. L. Mm. Uh, I'm terribly sorry, dear lady, but what? Words that are not in Japanese, I assume. Or I guess they're not in English, or they are in English, but this is Japan, so. The lady says her name is Jaizelle Brett. She comes from London, England. She's a visiting research student. Currently, she's speaking cursive. Currently enrolled in Yume University's medical facility. Oh my, what a rare treat to hear the dulcet tones of the delightful language of the British people. I'm afraid I don't understand a word you said, but it was as beautiful as a hummingbird's song. As far as I can tell. The detective is translating her words faithfully enough. Yes, I agree. You'll obviously do fine in England, Kazuma. Your English doesn't rattle you at all, does it? Nor you. You've clearly been paying attention in your English classes, Ryunosuke. So why couldn't we understand what she said? The court thanks the beautiful lady for taking the stand. Now, if we may trouble you to confirm something, Miss Brett. It's Brett? 3 days ago, at a restaurant called Le Carnaval, a grim murder took place. The court has been led to believe that you were dining there with the victim, Dr. Wilson, at the time. Is that correct? Words, 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 in another language. Words, 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 in another language, but now from Brett. She says yes. This could take some time. So, even though she's studying here in Japan, she can't speak any Japanese? Brett is saying some more words. And not Japanese. She'd like to apologize for disappearing from the scene. She says that she was due to make a presentation at the university, so she had to leave immediately. Interesting, when you're the one who engineered her escape. I was just following special orders from the Bureau. Well now, dear lady, would you be so kind as to cast your eyes over this photographic print? There's the dead guy. And the steak! Speaking of steak, I managed to get my steak from Denny's yesterday actually, but I wasn't feeling well so I couldn't eat it. But I had it for breakfast today, so you know, I got my steak. Seeing as you were so unfortunately present at the scene of the crime, could it be that your resplendent eyes caught sight of the wicked perpetrator, perhaps? You haven't actually seen her eyes. For all you know, her eyes are like terrible. Words and not Japanese again. Apparently it's very frightening and sorrowful sight. Do you mean to say? Yes. It would appear the lady did witness the crime. The very moment when the accused, standing right there in this courtroom, shot the victim in cold blood. Order! Order in court! Did you hear that, Your Excellency? Here we have an absolutely conclusive witness statement. Well, it looks like it's clear now. Clear who our real enemy is. Unfortunately, I will have to ask you to formally testify, if you please. Kindly tell the court the exact nature of this frightening and sorrowful sight you described.
Hosonaga just talking, and I'm just gonna like say like the not Japanese or whatever, the untranslated words. They're just gonna be like Banjo Kazooie speak now. So Hosanaga's like, I don't actually. I've never like watched Peanuts, so I don't know what the adults sound like in Peanuts. Witness testimony. A frightening and sorrowful sight.
I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day. The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only. A beef steak.
Yeah, the 3D in this game looks so good. Which is kind of funny because like they're I don't like I was talking about it before, but you know they made HD versions of the original games where they kind of like drew over the old sprites, but but they look bad. It looks bad. It looks so bad. The old sprites looked better. So okay.
After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor, and they got into a fierce argument. Then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit. This is a condemning testimony.
Yes! No! I didn't have any kind of argument with the professor at all.
Objection!
Quiet, you filthy wretch! Look at you, you black-hearted blackguard. And look at this snow-white angel. I'm sure even a dark-minded scoundrel like you can imagine whose words the court is going to believe.
You're still making the same mistakes, Ryunosuke. You mustn't blurt out when you're goaded like that. That's a lesson you need to learn. But he's so annoying. Of course, I was at the scene as well. I took statements from this lady and the two witnesses who testified before and reported back to the bureau. It was decided that Miss Brett was not involved, so I let her go. The testimonies of the last two witnesses were completely worthless, however. Well, even so. On the day in question, the lady was wearing the same outfit as she is today. As you can see, there is nowhere about her person where she could conceal a firearm.
She's wearing a dress, right? Yeah, exactly. I would think she could hide a gun almost anywhere in that outfit if she wanted to. Unless and until the precise location where the witness is to have hidden a weapon can be shown, this is moot.
There are no pockets in my outfit. I have nowhere to hide a gun. Those are the witness's own words on the matter. Ugh, this is ridiculous. If only I was allowed to lift up her dress, I could prove it.
Ryunosuke is so gay. He didn't even think about like how that's like not something you should do.
Don't think about doing anything rash, Ryunosuke.
But I didn't fire the gun I picked up. There must have been another gun there that day.
You're right about that. Which means this lady was hiding a gun somewhere. Yes, that's what we have to prove now. And to do so, we will need to pull her testimony apart. The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Yes, Your Excellency. A frightening and sorrowful sight.
I had arranged to meet for a slightly late luncheon with Dr. Wilson that day.
Yes! After 2 p.m. in fact. That's really quite a late lunch, isn't it? I have lunch like at 3, at 2 or 3, so that's normal for me. You don't keep up with the latest fashions from Britain, do you? Late luncheons are in vogue, isn't that right? No.
A decisive English no has quite a sting to it. The gentlewoman is currently working in the victim's research laboratory, it seems. So it was apparently a daily occurrence that they would lunch together. But on the day in question, the victim had another appointment at the clinic first.
Yes, which we can prove from the medical report card that was submitted as evidence earlier.
That's right. Miss Brett and the victim went to lunch following the victim's treatment, which is why it was so late. Yes, that all makes perfect sense.
Such wonderful logic. What a shining example of English intelligence this fine gentlewoman is.
So you both arrived at the restaurant. What happened next?
It's like...
The professor was unable to eat, so I ordered for myself only a beef steak.
Yes!
He was unable to eat, you say? And that was because he just had a tooth removed at Hoda Clinic, correct? That's right. You're supposed to actually check with the witness before answering.
Uh-oh, lag. Oh yeah. No, the Dunny steak was because, what's it called? DoorDash was having a deal where you can get, like, you could get food and then, like, get free pancakes. Yeah. Oof, my upload speed is shit right now. What the heck is going on? Hold on a second here. What is going on with my upload speed? Internet speed test. My download speed is still pretty good. Just gonna do a speed test right quick to see what's going on. It's still in the red over here. Well, we'll oh, it's green now. It's green now. Well, we'll keep going a bit. We'll keep going and see how it goes. Now that it's green again. Was Miss Brett aware of that fact?
It seems so, yes. She'd heard that the professor was to have some dental treatment. So that would mean that it was you who ate the steak pictured here. Is that right, Miss Brett? That's right, yes. The print you have there shows the table exactly as it was left after the horrifying events. Exactly as it was left? Oh, what's it called? Maybe you should, like, since, like, the lag happened, you might need to, like, refresh a bit so that you're not as far behind. Though, you don't have to or anything. Just saying. Yeah. I was looking at it was my upload was in the red, but now it's green now. So I guess it was just like something going on. Lag is a funny thing. Dear me, what a harrowing experience to have traveled to a distant island on the far side of the world and be embroiled in such a tragic incident. Have no fear, my dear lady. I swear I will crush the evil fiend that has subjected you to this terrible plight. So the victim, Dr. Wilson, had nothing to eat or drink at all? That's right. Other than some carbonated water. Just water? Yes. The professor was unable to eat, but he had been given permission to drink water. So it appears that the diners toasted with their lunch with a glass of water each. In a different spot? Oh no. Yeah, where's the... What button is that? I can't really see. That Y? Y button. Okay, so... the part that we're at... So we're going over this statement. The professor was unable to eat. And we're pressing that. And he was unable to eat. And that's because he got a tooth removed. Hosonaga just said that's right. Miss Brett said that she knew that the professor had the dental treatment. She's the one who ate the steak. That's how the table shows exactly how the print shows how the table was left after the thing. Auchi just saying stupid shit. What a simp. The victim had nothing to eat, but he did drink some carbonated water. And there you go. There you go. What do you think, Ryunosuke, about the witness's last statement? About the water? I'm pretty sure it's meaningful, but I don't know why yet. That last statement of yours, Miss Brett, has a profound bearing on this case. Do we really have to say it like that? Well, how fascinating. Do tell us, what is this profound bearing, It's water and not teeth. It's sus. The significance of the statement will become apparent when the time is right. That's what we're saying? The defense calls for the witness's last statement to be formally added to the testimony. Well sidestepped, counsel. Very well, Miss Brett. Kindly repeat what you just said to be added to your official testimony. Gladly, she said.
The defense would like to bring the bottle of water into the court.
That was brilliant, Kazuma. I'm gonna remember that one.
The defense would like to cross-examine the bottle of water. That's funny and all, but like that just brings back memories of Ace Attorney 1.
Which one? The significance will become apparent when the time is right. I could really use that phrase. I'd hope there are some more useful tips you're picking up from this experience than that, Ryunosuke.
God. You're so gay, Adai.
I ordered a beef steak for myself, and the professor and I said cheers over a glass of carbonated water.
I guess I'll press it again.
Yes!
Is it gonna be different?
So both you and the professor drank this carbonated water, did you? Yes. Being the waiter, I poured the 2 glasses myself. I clearly remember doing so. Except you're actually a detective.
Let's look at that court record right quick. And look at the picture. Oh no, the image on the stream froze? What? There's only 1 glass of water here. Okay, I'll give you a little time to refresh again. But there's only 1 glass of water. Okay. What happened to the second glass? Ooh. Okay.
And the beef steak, that was for you, Miss Brett. The lady says that she'd heard it was not customary to eat beef here until Japan opened its doors to the world. Yes, that's true. What a frightful place, is the lady's opinion. And I've heard it's not customary to eat sashimi in Great Britain. Ugh, no, that's frightful.
Yeah, I'd have to agree now that like poke is just like a thing that I eat like once a week. It's like, how can you go without sashimi? I haven't had any this week. I guess I'm having poke tomorrow.
Every country has its own cuisine. As long as people have food to eat, what does it matter what it is? True, come to think of it. The first time I tried carbonated water, it was much more of a shock than the first time I tried beef.
We as a species should just eat everything, huh? But then you'd have to eat dogs. You don't want to eat dogs. But anyway, back to the witness's statement. True, there are places that might eat dogs, and that's fine. Probably. I don't know. Actually, I assume there's places that eat monkeys and places that eat all sorts of other things. Ants and things that we don't think about often as food.
Somehow, I feel that there's something out of place in what she's saying. We need to pounce on even the slightest thing now.
Yeah, we're talking about food again.
Because you never know what might lead us to our goal. Our goal of turning this trial around. Understood, Kazuma.
Can I present on this yet? I want to present, like, the picture This... no? God. I have to wait for it to be, like, super obvious, huh? Right? Yeah.
After a while, the accused came over to greet the professor. And they got into a fierce argument.
Yes!
I never got into an argument with the professor. All I did when I noticed him was go over to say hello. Please, don't get angry with me. No, I wasn't directing that retort at you. It was meant for the lady next to you. But anyway, as I said, I did not argue with the professor. I'm afraid your words are in vain. Sorry? Miss Brett does not appear to speak Japanese.
No, of course not. Japanese is such a cumbersome language anyway. What a simp! English is the future. We must all supiku Englishu. God. Shut up, Auchi.
I wonder if the prosecution will feel that way forever, or only in the presence of a beautiful woman, Well, that beautiful woman is telling blatant lies with a completely straight face. I have to find something that will unravel her testimony, no matter how seemingly insignificant it may be. Anyway, it seems that after the argument, the accused briefly returned to his own seat. That part ties in with what you said, doesn't it? Yes, I still had some coffee to drink. And the next time you got up after that was when I'd finished my coffee and stood up to leave. But then, not long afterwards, the accused took the professor's gun and shot him right before my eyes.
Press. Yes! Like I said, I did not shoot that gun.
And like I said, there's no point repeating that assertion over and over. Well, I wasn't expecting to be attacked by my own side.
Nevertheless, defendant, you can't deny that when the shot rang out in the restaurant, you had a gun in your hand.
Well, yes, that's true, but...
Oh, you can't... You just slap. But all I did was pick up the gun I saw on the floor next to the professor as I was leaving the restaurant. In fact, yes! There was someone much closer to the victim than me at that time. That lady. That will do, you dirty, rotten scoundrel.
Dirty?
Your baseless accusations could very well cause an international incident, boy.
It seems to me that your accusation is just as baseless as ours.
What nonsense. The
lady is merely stating what she saw. This is already an international incident as far as I'm concerned anyway. I don't carry a gun myself, so obviously I couldn't have been the culprit.
Yes!
It's all very well saying that, but can you prove it? Absolutely. I verified it personally. You verified it? Yes, immediately after the incident, I checked to make sure the lady was not carrying a weapon. I distinctly remember her saying, "I'm not."
That's all you did to check? You just asked her?
That's all you did? You just asked her? Surely you carried out a physical search, Inspector? No.
Why on earth not? The Honorable English Gentlewoman clearly stated that she did not possess a weapon. There was obviously no need for any further probing into the matter.
Or there was no permission given for any further probing into the matter, perhaps?
Think what you will, but if you're going to continue with this preposterous claim that the refined lady, was concealing a firearm, the prosecution demands that you support your assertion with facts.
In other words, he wants evidence. The lady wishes to point out that of course she wanted to stay and assist with the investigation, but she was in a hurry to give a presentation at the university, so she was compelled to leave. Not to mention the fact that your office had told you to get the woman out of there. Not get her out of there, I just urged her to leave. The lady would like to point out that she in no way meant to run away from the scene of the crime. Which is why she is only too happy to cooperate and testify here in court today, of course.
Unlike a certain student who refuses to admit when the game is up. You could at least have the courtesy to pay attention when I'm goading you.
So she's maintaining that you got into an argument with the professor, at the end of which you shot him. Which is an out-and-out, totally unfounded lie. Still, her statement is very compelling. After all, she's an elegant, refined, young, and beautiful gentlewoman from Great Britain.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
In stark contrast to you, dressed from head to toe in a dull, black school uniform.
I'm dressed exactly the same way as you are,
except for the flapping red ribbons. Well, anyway, this is our only chance to expose your testimony as the fiction that it is.
Yeah, his ribbons are still flowing, even in here. I guess they have good air ventilation in there.
If you can't do that, the trial's over. Even you, with your thick skin, must be able to feel the murderous looks you're getting from around the room.
Oh, only too well. I feel half dead already. And the fact that I can't see a single inconsistency in her testimony isn't making me feel any better either.
The first thing to do is press her on any of her statements that seem even slightly off to you. Do that, and an opening will present itself. I promise you. I need to expose the true face of this exotic foreigner that's hiding behind the mask. That's what I should be aiming for in this cross-examination.
Huh?
Is that the one? Yeah, that's the one.
Yes!
That's it! Let me just confirm something, please. It's to do with this photographic print. Just a short while ago, you spoke of this print showing the victim's table at the crime scene. That it was exactly as it was left. That is correct, the lady says.
Well, it's odd. Very odd. Dear me, what's odd is the defense's inability to express itself.
Ryunosuke, what is it about the print that looks odd to you?
Well, obviously it's the cheers.
The
cheers. Oh no, oh yeah, I see it. Lag is happening. Okay. We're gonna give it a little bit of time again. I don't know what's going on though. We'll give it a bit of time again and see how it handles it. Yeah, it's back in the green for me now. Is it going okay now? No, it has the lag right now. I don't know why it keeps dipping into the red. How's it going? Okay, let's keep going then. Okay. Miss Brett just told us that she and the professor said cheers over a glass of water. But if that's true, there should be 2 glasses on the table, not 1. Her name is Miss Bread, huh?
You're quite right, Counsel. There's only 1 glass pictured here.
Objection!
Are we supposed to be impressed by this nitpicking over minutiae? What possible difference does the absence or the presence or absence of a single glass make on the case?
Objection!
That's true, her hair does look like bread rolls.
Minutiae, you say?
I guess it's minutia, not minutia. Whatever.
Could it be that the detective here removed a glass from the table to conceal the lady's presence? Of course not. I would never do something so reckless.
Slap. But there should have been 2 glasses on the table. Or are you gonna try to tell me you can clink with only 1?
You're quite right. I certainly took 2 glasses to the table.
She was drinking straight from the bottle.
Inspector, what did the lady say? It would seem that it was Miss Brett who took the glass from the table.
What?
It was all so terrifying, everything that happened. I panicked and thought I should try to hide the fact that I'd been there at all, she's saying. Good gracious.
Sorry. There, as I assured the court before, this is of no consequence at all.
Oh, please.
We must remember that the student had just murdered this lady's luncheon companion before her very eyes. Who could blame her for concealing a glass or 2 in her state of disarray?
That's absurd!
Oh, really? So, do we take it that you are now going to accuse this vulnerable, young, and beautiful woman of mischief?
What? No! This can't be put down to mischief. I'd like to know exactly how the lady took the glass from the scene. It would seem that she slipped it into a small handbag she was carrying. A handbag, you say? Yes, Your Excellency. A small handheld pouch, commonly carried by well-to-do women in England.
Oh, it's red again. Cool. Oh, and then it stopped being red. What's up? Why is it lagging? What is going on? I wonder if my computer is having some trouble or something. Yeah. Yeah. Wonder what's going on. Yeah, it's red again right now. Oof. Let's see here. Huh. Let's see here. Run these speed tests. It's green again now. Oh, it's yellow. It's red again. Oh, it's okay. I don't know what's going on with that. It's red again. Dang. Let's see. I'm gonna stop the stream for a moment and then, like, restart my computer, which shouldn't take too long because this computer starts up quickly. And also just, like, take that opportunity for a bathroom break right quick. So I'm gonna do that and then restart and then come back to this point. So I'll see you in a few minutes then.